So guys, whenever we are talking about Canadian immigration visa applications, things like refusals or delays or status updates or maybe something is not happening with the file or what is happening in the file, all of these questions come up. And whenever these questions arrive, the first answer that any professional gives you is that did you order the GCMS notes? Now, this video will talk about global case management system related notes, which exactly give you important information like a status update, a tracking update, or maybe reasons of refusals, reasons of denial, reasons of a ban, whatever analysis that happens and whatever happens on the application, that information is contained in the GCMS notes. What exactly are GCMS notes, how to apply for one is the main topic of the day. Please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. If you are an aspirant of coming to Canada, then this is the channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, what we're discussing today is the very important topic on GCMS, which is exactly the Global Case Management System. Now, let's understand what exactly is GCMS. Now, GCMS is basically IRCC's application system, which is used by IRCC to process any sort of visa application, be it PR, study, work, visitor, whatever. Everything under the umbrella gets done or gets processed on this system. Now, under the Canadian laws, there is something known as ATIP, which is access to information and privacy. Now, as per the Canadian law, anybody who wants to understand any information or get hold of any information with regards to any department of Canada, the Canadian residents, which is Canadian citizen or permanent residents, can order notes under this ATIP law. So, when you combine GCMS and ATIP, this gives birth to something known as GCMS notes. Basically, because of ATIP law availability, Canadian citizens and permanent residents can order GCMS notes. Now, what really happens is GCMS notes contain the lifeline of a particular application, right from information regarding what kind of correspondences that were sent to IRCC and received from IRCC, what kind of documents that were sent to IRCC by an applicant, what kind of information was sent out by IRCC, what kind of visa offices has the application gone already, or where is an application located presently, what are the kind of processings and the steps that have been completed already. In case of a refusal, a GCMS note can actually tell you that what was the reason of rejection, what was the kind of analysis that was done by a particular officer when the officer was rejecting a file. Whenever you look at a refusal letter, you would see that typically all the refusal letters look alike, right? So sometimes they talk about the reason that the person does not want to go back, maybe sometimes about finances and sometimes about maybe the background. But if you compare 2 or 3 or 100 refusal letters together, you'll see that most of them have similar wordings. What really happens is that those are the quotations that are given by the officer as per ARPA or IRPR, which is the regulations, and then it is sent off to a particular applicant. But at the back end, the officer records the analysis that he did on the application. In that analysis, he will record that I found that there was an XYZ issue with the applicant. This was supposed to be done in this way, and the officer assessed something else. Then the person can order those notes and understand that this was the exact analysis and why the file was refused. Okay, now that is a part of GCMS notes. Whenever people are applying for particular applications, people usually see that the status updates on a particular file is not available real time. So if you log on to your GC key, it will only tell you that medicals have done or biometrics passed or anything, but it does not tell you anything more than that. So when you apply for GCMS notes, it will tell you way more in-depth information that, for example, it has reached the Delhi office or it is in the Edmonton office, or maybe such and such steps have passed, the eligibility has passed, maybe the medicals have passed, criminality has passed, or anything, right? Any such analysis or any such information that has been noted by the officer, or maybe an interview is referred, all of such important file application based informations are recorded in these GCMS notes. Now, because of the ATIP, the law that is there, because of those ATIPs, any Canadian citizen and permanent resident can order these notes as long as the applicant authorizes them. Okay, so say for example, I am Sahil Chal, I'm a permanent resident of Canada, and I'm an individual and an corporation in Canada. I can order these notes for an applicant, who is authorizing me to order these, right? And similarly, anybody else can also do it. So the important thing to note here is that the GCMS notes can tell you what exactly is happening with the file and what exactly happened with the file if a file was rejected, or even if it's an age-old file, right? So you can always order ATIP notes. The GCMS notes, the words are used or the terminologies are used conversely, but with respect to immigration, they refer to the same thing, which talks about either status updates or the analysis on a particular file and what really happened with regards to that file and what is about to happen. Right? So all of that is contained in that, and it's really important for us professionals. We order quite a lot of GCMS notes, especially whenever somebody wants a status update or whenever somebody has refused an application. GCMS notes is the first thing that we normally order. Guys, GCMS notes are pretty easy to order. They are relatively inexpensive. Whenever a professional is ordering, the professional might charge his or her own service charges for sure, but as such the expense of the notes is not as much. So if you are wondering whether what's wrong with the file or maybe what has happened with your application so far, you should order GCMS notes right away. And do not continue to order a lot of them, because that really chokes up the system. But still, if you think your file deserves an update or you deserve an update, it's been a long time waiting, then you should go ahead and order one. Guys, I hope the information today really helped you understand how the Canadian immigration system works and what is happening with your file. If you have anything else to discuss with me, please feel free to schedule a consultation and I would be more than happy to speak with you. Once again, I wish you all the best and I really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.